most likely a ways northward and a short distance past the horizon, lies the Evergreen Forest. There are trees so big that the forest animals make their homes in them. There's also the people who look after the forest, like the chief ranger and his two kids, Julie and Tommy. Oh, and Schaefer, of course. Yeah, life here is pretty good. That is, it was. Until one day, the day before Christmas, when a strange mystery began to unfold.
Hello? Yes? What? You're sure? That's awful. I'll be right there. Bye.
What's wrong, Dad?
Seems the forest is disappearing. Over half the trees are gone. Chopped down.
What are you gonna do, Dad?
Right now, I'm off to start looking for clues. And you two are off to bed. And you, Schaefer.
You can save the Evergreen Forest, can't you, Daddy?
I sure hope so, honey. Now, don't you or Tommy worry about it, okay? Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Soon Julie and Tommy started dreaming. It's a funny thing about dreams. Sometimes when you're smack dab in the middle of one, everything seems so real that you'd never guess you were dreaming. The sun was shining, and Julie, Tommy, and Schaefer went out of their cabin and off to the forest to play. Of course, Julie and Tommy weren't the only ones enjoying themselves. A short distance away, high up in a forest tree in their raccoon dominium, Ralph and Melissa and their holiday guest, Bert Raccoon, were also having fun as they prepared for Christmas.
How's this?
Oh, perfect. Mistletoe always gets me in the proper Christmas spirit.
Morning, Ralph. Melissa.
Oh, morning, Bert.
Hi, Bert. How'd you sleep?
Oh, terrific. What a mattress. What a guest bedroom. Very forest chic. What a raccoon dominium.
Who wants to help me hang the Christmas stockings? Ralph? Bert?
After I gather my strength.
It seemed nothing could upset this peaceful scene. But suddenly, Ralph spotted something in the morning paper.
It's an outrage!
What?
Thousands of the forest trees have disappeared.
Well, maybe, they've gone on their Christmas vacation.
I can't believe it. They've been cut down.
Well, at least we live in a safe neighborhood.
I wonder. Look.
Oh, no.
Ralph Raccoon was indeed right. No tree in the Evergreen Forest was safe anymore. At that very moment, the forest menace, Cyril Sneer, accompanied by his college graduate son, Cedric Sneer, was actually eyeing the raccoon's tree with greedy glee.
Ah, Cedric, my boy, look at this fine specimen, ripe and waiting for me to cut it down.
But, Pop, don't you think we've got enough trees?
Enough? There's never enough.
But, Pop, you're already the biggest lumber baron around. Why not ease off?
Not while there's power in my chainsaw. I'm Cyril Sneer, a lumber profiteer. Whenever I'm near, trees disappear. Got that, Cedric?
Sure, Pop, but I've been calculating. You're over your lumber quota by 17.3 times. You're breaking the forest rules.
Cedric, you take all that accounting stuff? You learned at that highfalutin Eastern college and use it to juggle the books?
Wouldn't it be easier to be honest?
Honest? Who makes big bucks being honest? Now get back to work. Time is money. Time is running out. I will not be run out of money.
I thought this was the quiet part of the forest.
It is. It was.
Sounds like a horde of broken air conditioners.
More trees! All for me!
Hey, what's happening? Whoa, look out! Oh!
Poor Melissa, poor Ralph, poor Sleepy Bert. Everything in the raccoon dominium had gone topsy-turvy, and before they knew what had happened, they found themselves plopped head down in a snowbank. Their home had been cut down. Meanwhile, Julie and Tommy and Schaefer were out tobogganing nearby. No sooner had the raccoon's tree fallen than they spotted it.
What a perfect tree.
I wish it was ours.
Nobody seems to want it. Why don't we take it home and surprise Daddy?
Oh, yes. What do you say, Schaefer?
Then it's unanimous. We've got our Christmas tree.
Oh, Schaefer!
And so, with Schaefer's help, they started to drag the tree home. Just then, the raccoons popped their heads up out of the snow. They couldn't believe their eyes. Their home being dragged away by two little humans and a big dog? Ralph reckoned the kids and the dog were the
They've
ones who'd been
taken our
destroying the
house.
forest.
It's
Bert agreed.
terrible.
And Melissa was bound and determined to follow her
Come
broken
on,
home
don't just stand there.
and rescue their Christmas stockings. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, Cedric Sneer was unloading the last trees off the truck. The tree-greedy Cyril Sneer was checking off every last one.
That's the last of them, Pop.
There's one missing.
One tree. Big deal.
One tree equals 100 feet of pure money. And, sonny boy, that's a big deal. Didn't they teach you in college that money doesn't grow on trees? It is trees.
But, Pop, your lumber license expires at midnight. Why don't we just stick with the trees we've already got?
Not on your bottom dollar, Cedric. I've got the rest of the day. Enough time for me to get every tree in the Evergreen forest. They're all to be mine. Mine, do you hear me, boy? Every tree for me.
Cyril laughed wickedly and rubbed his pointy paws together. While not far away, Julie and Tommy were putting the finishing touches on decorating their newfound tree.
There. That better?
Come on, Tommy. Let's go get Daddy's present.
Schaefer, want to come to town with us?
Now you guard the house, Schaefer.
Schaefer didn't know it, but the raccoons had been biding their time, waiting for the best moment to retrieve their stockings. And now they were sure that moment had come.
How do we know there's not a fire down there?
No smoke.
Ralph, Melissa, and Bert had scampered up to the roof and were looking down the chimney.
It could be a small fire.
Come on, Bert. It's all downhill from here.
Oh, wow! Look at the bright lights and the tinsel. Hey, your home's gone Hollywood.
The raccoons were amazed to see their home sparkling with lights and decorations. However, there was just one small problem. In order to get their stocking, the raccoons had to get by Schaefer.
Hey, doesn't scare me.
If you want to keep it that way, then don't wake him up. Melissa, the stockings.
Oh, I wonder what he's got under here.
Bert, let the sleeping dog lie.
Yeah, he can't lay a paw on me.
Poor Melissa. Just as she reached for her stocking, she knocked a decoration off the tree. Schaefer woke up with a start. His cabin had been invaded.
Oh no, the stockings!
Come on, Melissa, forget the stockings.
After a wild chase throughout the cabin, Ralph, Melissa, and Bert managed to get outside, only to find the huge sheepdog was still hot on their tails.
Hey, he's right on my tail.
He chased them down the hills and across the snow until they reached the frozen lake. Suddenly, Ralph spotted an ice boat, and with seconds to spare, they were off and away. But Schaefer kept on coming and coming.
I think my mama wants me. Look out!
Suddenly, there was no more lake, and with a thud, they hit the shore. With Schaefer right behind them, they headed down a hill, tripping and tumbling. Then suddenly found themselves caught up in a giant snowball. Faster and faster it raced towards a shed at the bottom of the hill.
Oh no! It's my ears! I think they're broken. I can't stop them from ringing.
Oh, mine too.
The beast talks.
Curious about the strange sounds surrounding them, Melissa was the first to look in the window of the building. They couldn't believe their eyes. Cyril Sneer was busy turning thousands of forest trees into 2x4s.
Speed it up! This isn't a garden party! I want to see some sweat!
Pop, I've been calculating the time it takes to turn one tree into 2x4s. Our workers are working at peak capacity.
Rat! You've got to drive them till they drop! Faster! Faster! Or you'll feel disaster! Cut me more trees! That's my decree!
Then it wasn't you.
Wasn't me. What?
Destroying the forest.
Now, why would I do a stupid thing like that? And why did you break into my house?
To get to our house.
That tree you have used to be our home.
I had no idea. I never would have chased you if I'd known. Can you forgive me?
Ralph, Melissa, Bert, and Schaefer became friends on the spot and decided that together they would stop the evil Cyril Sneer. Now all they needed was a plan. If Cyril Sneer had known that 3 raccoons and a dog were plotting against him, he'd probably just keel over laughing. Never had anyone been able to stop him from doing what he wanted.
That's a good idea.
Never.
How many trees in the Evergreen forest are still standing?
2,064.
I want them. All, now!
But, Pop, you've already chopped down 37,591. That's over 1,218,453 2x4s. Why not leave a few trees so folks can remember what they look like?
Remember what they look like. The only thing you need to remember is that trees equal money.
Oh, Pop, it's Christmas Eve. How about a break first? Could we dip into the petty cash? Buy a little eggnog?
Petty cash? There's only cash and there's never enough of it. And there's nothing petty about that. We're getting those trees now.
Meanwhile, just outside Cyril's logging shed, the raccoons and Schaefer were ready to pounce.
Ooh, take that.
You crazy dame!
Save me, Pop! Save me!
Save yourself now!
Before long, Schaefer had a firm grip on Cyril and Cedric's very long noses.
Unpaw me, you oversized shag rug!
What have we done to you?
Done? Why, you two are ecological disasters.
Yeah,
Oh, forest destroyers.
yeah,
Home wreckers.
yeah,
You're finished.
yeah, you're finished. Pop, we should have stopped after we made our quota. I told you so.
You ungrateful ingrate! Why do you think I slaved to make money all these years?
Greed?
Greed? Never! I did it all for you and your precious college education.
Are you kidding?
I ask you, is it a crime for a father to want to give his son a good life?
It's so sad.
And after all, what are a few trees?
A few trees? A forest is more than a few trees.
Who's counting?
Actually, Pop, the exact number you chopped down was...
Shut up, you fool!
It's no good, Mr. Sneer. Your forest wrecking days are over.
Hey, why pick on me? There's a lot of other lumberers around.
There's a lot of responsible lumberers around. That means they only cut down a few trees, and those they replace with new baby trees.
Hey, that's not such a bad way of doing business, Pop. There's money in reforesting. I learned that in Ecology and Economics 101.
Money? Money? How much money?
Plenty, Pop. You can expect an annual growth of 17.4%.
You know, I could consider doing some replanting. But those seedlings are gonna cost me money.
Schaefer thought he'd help Cyril make up his mind.
I'll do it. Cedric, stop loitering and get on the phone to the seedling suppliers right now.
As Schaefer let go of Cyril Sneer's nose, Cyril and Cedric beat a hasty retreat.
Hey, Buster, if you know what's good for you, you'll get us a new home. Toronto.
We did it! We saved the forest! They were pushovers.
Uh-oh, those are my kids. Guess it's time to head home.
The animals were happy they'd saved the evergreen forest. And yet they were sad, too, because Melissa, Ralph, and Bert had no home for Christmas.
We home yet?
If you can call this home.
Yeah, it'll just be a little drafty, though.
It's a rotten shame. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, me neither. But maybe some inspiration will come to me.
You're a good friend, Schaefer. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Schaefer.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
To you, too. Don't give up hope.
But as Melissa, Ralph, and Bert said goodbye to Schaefer and huddled together for warmth, they couldn't find any reason for hope. When Schaefer walked into the cabin, Julie and Tommy were straightening out the Christmas tree.
Schaefer, what happened? You were supposed to be guarding our tree.
I've never decorated the same Christmas tree twice before.
On the floor by the tree was one of the raccoons' Christmas stockings. Julie bent down and picked it up.
Hey, where did this come from? It's not an ornament.
You know what it is, Schaefer?
Schaefer spotted it too and excitedly led the kids over to the window.
Oh, look. There's 3 raccoons.
They seem kinda sad.
Oh, maybe our Christmas tree was their home.
As soon as Julie and Tommy realized that the raccoons were homeless, they decided something must be done. And since their dad was the chief forest ranger, they figured he'd be able to help.
Daddy's gonna find them a new home.
Schaefer was so excited, he ran out to the raccoons and told them the good news. Now they were all going to have a Merry Christmas.
Schaefer, you silly dog.
And what happened next?
Hey, it's Christmas!
The night changed into day, and Julie and Tommy woke up. They hurried to wish their dad Merry Christmas. But it wasn't Christmas.
Good morning, sleepyheads.
Hey, where's our Christmas tree?
We haven't gotten one yet. We'll find one today.
Then it's not Christmas?
I must have been dreaming.
Me too. About raccoons?
And the tree.
What are you two whispering about?
Oh, nothing, Daddy. Just a dream.
Did you ever figure out the tree mystery, Dad?
No, not really. The funny thing is, the trees stopped disappearing. Just like that. It says here that overnight, thousands of seedlings were planted, but they don't know who did it.
Julie and Tommy exchanged wide-eyed glances as they joined Schaefer at the window. Because out in the yard, a beautiful tree was being lowered into the ground. And there, standing beside their new home, were 3 very happy raccoons. Just a short ways beyond the cabin, there were now thousands of seedlings, springing up as far as the eye could see. The mystery of those new trees never was solved by the rangers. But the young trees grew strong and tall. Each year a few became Christmas trees, but many more remained standing. And the evergreen forest was never again in danger, because from that Christmas on, it was protected by 3 raccoons and a dog.